Your future self did not send you a prediction. Your future self sent you a question. Why are you trading the life you want for 10 minutes of relief? 10 minutes of avoiding the application. 10 minutes of checking the person who keeps you confused. 10 minutes of spending to change your mood. 10 minutes of saying yes because a clear no feels uncomfortable. The relief is real, but the cost is paid by a version of you who is not present to defend themselves yet. This message will give you 4 things your future self needs you to understand in August: a 30-day reverse plan, and 1-letter exercise grounded in psychology rather than fantasy. The final message is not about working harder. It is about stopping one form of self-betrayal that often looks like patience. The first message is this: stop waiting to feel like me before doing what created me. You may think the future version of you wakes with perfect confidence, discipline, and clarity. More likely, that person exists because the current version acted before those feelings became reliable. Confidence is often memory. It grows after repeated evidence that you can meet a difficult moment without disappearing. Do not ask, "How would my future self feel?" Ask, "What would my future self do for 10 minutes?" Open the document. Prepare tomorrow's clothes. Move the money. Ask the question. The future becomes less abstract when it receives a small physical action. Here is the first retention test. Name one result you want by the end of August. Now identify the smallest repeated behavior that would make that result more likely. Not guaranteed, more likely. The honest answer is often less dramatic than the dream. The second message is this: protect the hour that keeps creating me. Every future has a repeated hour hidden inside it. The morning before everyone needs you. The evening after work. The lunch break. The quiet weekend block. You do not need every hour. You need one reliable place where the important behavior can occur. Look at your calendar from the last 7 days. Where could 20 minutes realistically survive? Do not choose a time that depends on becoming a completely different person. If mornings are chaotic, stop making plans for 5 in the morning. Choose the time you can protect now. Make the hour visible. Give it a name connected to the behavior. Writing, walking, applications, financial review. Do not call it self-improvement. Vague labels are easy to sacrifice. Then create a boundary around the beginning. Phone outside the room. Document already open. Shoes by the door. One message to family that you are unavailable for 20 minutes. The future is often protected by very ordinary preparation. The third message is this: do not confuse thinking about me with building me. Planning can produce hope, and hope can feel like progress. You watch another lesson, redesign the schedule, search for the perfect tool, and collect advice. Nothing is wrong with learning, but preparation becomes avoidance when it never meets a release date. Ask, what am I preparing that now needs contact with reality? The proposal must be sent. The video must be published. The conversation must occur. The budget must meet the actual numbers. Reality can reject, correct, or redirect you. Private preparation cannot. Define finished enough. Remove the features that do not serve the central promise. Give the work a date. The first complete version can teach more than the 10th private plan. If these first 3 messages already expose something useful, subscribe. This channel is not here to predict your future. It is here to help you become someone your future can trust. Now the psychology becomes interesting. Research on future self-continuity suggests that people make different choices when they feel emotionally connected to their future selves. A distant future can feel like another person, so the present self takes the comfort while the future person receives the cost. Connection changes the negotiation. Saving money becomes an act of care, not deprivation. Sleep becomes protection, not lost time. Practice becomes communication with someone you are becoming. This does not mean sacrificing every joy today. A future worth building should not require hatred of the present. The goal is cooperation between versions of you. Present you needs rest, pleasure, safety, and belonging. Future you needs health, options, skill, and trust. A wise choice respects both. Use the two-chair question. On one side ask, what does present me need tonight? On the other ask, what will future me be grateful I did tonight? Find the smallest action that serves both. Perhaps present you needs rest, and future you needs consistency. 10 minutes of work followed by sleep may serve both better than 2 hours of guilt. Now write the future self letter. Date it 30 days from today. Begin with, thank you for. Do not write impossible achievements. Thank yourself for behaviors. Thank you for returning after imperfect days. Thank you for checking the numbers instead of avoiding them. Thank you for protecting the boundary even when explanation felt easier. Thank you for finishing one thing before starting another. This method works because gratitude written from the future creates a picture of behavior with emotional meaning. The letter is not evidence that the future already happened. It is a commitment device for the present. Add a second paragraph. The hardest moment was, predict the obstacle, loneliness at night, fatigue after work, criticism, one missed day. Then write how you want to respond. The hardest moment was when the first attempt received no response. You waited one day, reviewed the work, and sent the next one. Planning for difficulty prevents you from treating difficulty as a surprise or a sign that the goal is wrong. Now build the 30-day reverse plan. Start with one piece of evidence you want at the end of August. A completed application, 12 walks, a clear budget, 4 published pieces, 1 important conversation, and the action that follows it. Move backward. What must be true by day 21? By day 14? By day 7? What must happen in the next 48 hours? Reverse planning turns the future from a wish into a sequence. Keep milestones under your control. They choose me is not a milestone. I submit the strongest honest application I can is. The audience loves the video is not. I publish and review the retention data is. Your plan should create participation, not pretend to control other people. Now identify the future tax. Every goal has one. Better health may require temporary discomfort. Financial stability may require saying no. Creative work may require public imperfection. A boundary may require another person's disappointment. Ask, which discomfort am I willing to pay because the cost of staying the same is greater? This question separates chosen effort from endless suffering. The future tax should serve a value, not prove your worth. Here is a pattern interrupt. Your future self is not superior to you. That person is made from you. Every strength they have was practiced by someone who still felt uncertain. Do not speak about present you as the obstacle. Present you survived enough to arrive here. Present you needs better agreements, not more contempt. Create one agreement for mornings, one for emotional moments, and one for setbacks. Morning agreement. Before I consume other people's priorities, I will spend 10 minutes on mine. Emotional agreement. I will not make a permanent decision only to escape a temporary feeling. Setback agreement. I will return at the next available moment without turning one event into an identity. These agreements protect the bridge between present and future. Now consider the person or outcome you keep waiting for. Your future self may not tell you to leave immediately. They may ask you to stop making your life dependent on one answer. Can you build health, purpose, friendship, or stability, while uncertainty remains? Waiting becomes captivity when your life is organized around the absence of an answer. You check, interpret, pause, and postpone. The future shrinks to one door. Name the deeper value behind that door. Love, respect, security, purpose, belonging. Then find another action that serves the value without requiring the original outcome. If you want respect, keep one promise to yourself. If you want belonging, contact someone safe. If you want purpose, complete useful work. You are not replacing the dream with something smaller. You are refusing to make the value unavailable through every other path. The fourth message from your future self is this: release the requirement that life repay you in the exact form you expected. You may have invested years in a person, plan, or identity. Leaving can feel like wasting the investment. But past cost does not become valuable because you add more future cost. Keep the skill, lesson, and love. Release the demand that they return through the same door. This is not quitting at the first difficulty. Examine the pattern. Is effort producing learning, repair, or capacity? Or is it requiring repeated self-betrayal with no meaningful change? Persistence and attachment can look similar from the inside. Evidence separates them. Now ask your future self 5 practical questions. Each question protects a different part of August. For health, which behavior would make my body trust me more? Persistent symptoms deserve qualified medical attention, but daily care still matters. A consistent bedtime, water, movement, food, or an appointment may be more valuable than a dramatic promise you cannot sustain. For money, which number am I avoiding? Open one statement. Record one expense category. Choose a small automatic transfer if appropriate. Ask for professional guidance when needed. The future does not require instant wealth. It requires less avoidance and more informed choice. For work, which unfinished item is occupying more mental space than it deserves? Define the next deliverable. Remove optional parts. Send the draft. A finished, imperfect piece creates information. An endlessly protected piece creates only imagination. For relationships, who receives access to me without providing consistency, safety, or respect? This question is not an instruction to remove people impulsively. It is an invitation to examine access. Perhaps the future needs a conversation, a boundary, slower trust, or more time with people who make honesty easier. For inner life, which voice becomes loudest when I am tired? A parent's criticism, a former partner's judgment, your own fear. Write the sentence, then answer with present evidence. An inherited voice does not become truth because it is familiar. Choose one question, not all 5. The future is not built by emotional overload. It is built by priority. Which area, if strengthened, would reduce pressure in the others? Better sleep may improve work and spending. Clearer boundaries may protect health and time. One strong foundation can support several rooms. Now create a future self emergency card. It contains 3 lines. When I want to quit, I will reduce the step before abandoning the direction. When I make a mistake, I will repair before I condemn my identity. When I feel alone, I will contact safety before contacting familiarity. Change the lines to fit your pattern. Keep them short enough to read while emotion is loud. The card is not for perfect days. It is for the moment the old future tries to recruit you again. There is another important balance. Your future self may want achievement, but achievement without connection can become another empty room. Schedule one act that produces no measurable productivity. Time with someone safe, quiet outside, prayer, play, or genuine rest. A future worth reaching should contain a life, not only a list. Ask what you are willing to stop doing in order to create that life. Goals need subtraction. Stop starting new tasks before finishing one. Stop agreeing immediately. Stop checking the outcome before enough time has passed. The future may require fewer promises rather than more effort. Now look at your environment. What makes the future action difficult? Too many steps. Too much distraction. No clear start. Change the cue. Put the document on the screen. Automate the transfer. Move the application. Prepare the food. The future often needs design more than motivation. Create an if-then plan for the moment you normally abandon the future. If I feel rejected, then I will wait before changing the goal. If I miss one day, then I will restart with 10 minutes. If I want to spend from emotion, then I will leave the item for 24 hours. Specific plans connect a predictable cue with a prepared response. They reduce the number of decisions required when emotion is loud. For 7 days, record one future deposit each evening. A future deposit is any action that increases health, skill, trust, options, or peace. The action can be small. Your score is not money or praise. It is evidence of cooperation across time. Also, record one present gift: rest, connection, laughter, food, movement, or quiet. This prevents future building from becoming another way to abandon the person living today. At the end of the week, ask which action served both versions of you. That action may deserve a permanent place in August. Before you go, read the opening question again. Why are you trading the life you want for 10 minutes of relief? Do not use it to attack yourself. Use it at the exact moment relief demands a cost from tomorrow. Your future self left no guarantee. They left a request. Protect 1 hour, finish one thing, prepare for the hard moment, and stop making the deeper value dependent on one door. Write this in the comments. I am becoming someone my future can trust. Like this message if it helped you make one agreement with August, and subscribe for more spiritual motivation grounded in practical action. The future is not waiting to judge you. It is waiting to be built with you.